Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思诗都还难
It's just complicated. So much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin. Joining me today online, Georgia Massad. Hello, Georgia.
Hello everyone, always nice to be here, so happy.
So great to have you here. And we have been doing Takeaway Chinese for quite several episodes. I feel like we're good enough friends to ask you this relatively personal question. That is, I know you're still in college, but doing your postgraduate. So are you, involved in any romantic relationship?
Oh yes, I think it's time. It's time to let you know.
Yeah, it's time.
I am in a romantic relationship and also having a look at the conversation we're about to have. It's a long distance one.
Oh, really? 你是异地恋啊？
异地恋爱
Yes. Okay. So what kind of 异地恋爱? Are you the, different places or different college or different even country?
No, for now, same country. So he's in Paris. Yes, when I was in Venice, it was different countries. So Italy and France, but not that long distance. An hour plane away.
That is very lovely. And I was in a romantic relationship for long distance myself for quite some time. 我也异地恋了很久. And even though we say 异地, 异 is different, 地 is 地方 place, so different place. 恋爱 is love or relationship. You can also just say 异地恋, even though the relatively formal term is 异地恋爱. But 异地恋 works as well. So it's kind of like already a set phrase for a long distance relationship. I mean, yeah, there are perks. There are cons and pros about it. Mostly cons. But I have to say, when it comes to 异地恋, long distance relationship, one thing that the other party can offer would be emotional support. That's the most important.
Of course, yes.
And it's basically the only thing they can do. See the cons. But you get what I mean. So when it comes to that, we actually do have a buzzword on the list of the 2023 buzzwords that has something to do with it. That is the 情绪价值. Do you know what that is?
So emotional value.
Yes. So 情绪 is emotion and 价值 means value. But we will dive into that conversation a bit later. For now, for our dear listeners, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 我去上海找我男朋友的时候扑了个空。
你们是异地恋爱啊？那他去哪里了？
他正好也来找我了。
真的假的？为什么突然秀恩爱？双向奔赴的爱情太美好了。
我去上海找我男朋友的时候扑了个空。
你们是异地恋爱啊？那他去哪里了？
他正好也来找我了。
真的假的？为什么突然秀恩爱？双向奔赴的爱情太美好了。
Aw, this conversation. I feel like it's the conversation you are going to have with me when you brag about your perfect boyfriend.
It's so lovely. I love love.
Yeah. I love too. It's actually quite cute. Okay, so let's take a look at this very lovely love conversation. For the first sentence, 我去上海找我男朋友的时候扑了个空。
So when I went to Shanghai to visit my boyfriend, he wasn't there.
Yeah, so 我
I
去
went to go
上海 That's the place.
Shanghai.
Yes. 找
to look for, to find.
我
mine.
Should I say
In this case.
我的 or 我 in this case? Does 我 work?
We'll work alone.
Yes. You can omit the the if you want to, but if you put it back there, it's also right. 男朋友
Boyfriend.
If you want to address your male friends, how do you say that in
Just
Chinese? You can say 朋友 or you can say 男性朋友.
男性朋友.
Yes, so 男性 is male, 女性 female. So you can say 男性朋友 or 女性朋友. Then people would know you're talking about your other gender friends instead of your boyfriend or girlfriend. So 男性朋友 would be male friend, 男朋友 boyfriend. 时候
the time when
扑了个空
扑了个空 is to come home empty-handed, so he wasn't there.
Yes, so pull carries the meaning of rush to some place. You try to jump into his arms, only jumped to vain. So 空 is vacant or vacancy. For example, we sometimes say 你有空吗? Do you have some vacancy on your calendar? Do you have time? Do you have free time? And here 扑空 would suggest that come away empty-handed. You want to do something, but you didn't get it done because something or some person is missing. So 扑空.
Oh, this is so sad.
This is often talking about the situation where you want to find someone, but they're not there. So 扑空了. 我想去找他，但是扑空了. So didn't find him or her.
Yeah, it really carries the meaning of jumping into void. It's I will start to use this.
Yes, and we talked about when it comes to verbs in the Chinese language, we often have different formation of verbs. One, the verb is actually two characters, and here 扑空 actually is also the situation where the two character word is formed with one verb kind of character and one noun kind of character. So we know 扑 is the verb kind of character and 空 is basically the noun kind of character. You do not want to pull to the 空, you want to pull to the person. You want to jump into the person's arm instead of, nothing. So that's the formation of the verb. And that is why 了个 is kind of like something you put into these words. So we have 扑了个空 meaning you went in vain. You can also say 吃饭 eating meal. 我出去吃了个饭. So the 了个 suggests you have done this thing, and 个 is injecting a quantity word when it's not actually a quantity word. It's more like suggesting this one time. So 我去吃了个饭 basically is saying I went out and have a meal. So that's the idea.
Okay.
And this 扑了个空 is basically I went there and I didn't find him. You can also say 你快去喝个水. Go have a sip of water. Instead of using actually a sip, I'm saying 喝个水. So the 个 is not necessarily the quantity word. It's just there. It's just the structure. So the structure is the verb kind of character plus 了个 plus the noun kind of character. When this word is actually just a verb. Am I explaining myself right? I feel like I'm using some strange kind of tongue twister to explain it.
No, it's perfect. I would put le naturally, but not ge. But now that you explain it to me, it makes total sense for this one time, just to specify it. And I think, yes, it makes total sense.
Great. And this is often used in the occasion when someone asks you, what did you do? And it's a very colloquial way of using it. For example, someone asks you, 你去哪儿了? Where did you go? How come I didn't find you? You can say, 我去看了个电影. So I went to see a movie.
I went to see a movie.
Yes, so 看 is the verb, 了个. It's basically a very colloquial way of saying things. You do not have to worry about the quantity word anymore, the measure word anymore. You just say, 我看了个电影 is the noun. So it's used this way. You can start trying to use it.
Yes, absolutely. Now it makes sense, and I will start to use it as much as possible.
Great. Okay, so that's the first sentence. Then we have 你们是异地恋爱啊，那他去哪里了？
So you guys are in a long distance relationship. But tell me, where did he go?
Yes, 你们
You was in plural.
Yes, 异地恋爱
Long distance relationship.
Yes.
So to be far away in different places.
Yeah, because different place literally would be 异地. 异 means different and 地方 place. And it's funny how people define long distance relationship. I mean, in English, when you say long distance relationship, you have to be separated to different places with a long distance. Yet in Chinese, because we only say 异地, so two different places. When certain people humble brag, they would say, I'm having a 异地恋 with my boyfriend. He's in the next class. We're not even the same class. I mean, that's lovely and cute and a little bit, humble brag. So in Chinese, the concept of 异地 actually is talking about long distance relationship for sure, but sometimes people use it in different ways due to the nature of the word. So 异地恋爱 we know is a love or a romantic relationship. Is just saying, it's just suggesting you're being surprised about it.
Surprise.
Yes. 那
Then,
他去哪里了?
where did he go?
Yes. So 去 would be go, 哪里 where. 他去哪里了? Where did he go? 他正好也来找我了.
So he happened to come to see me as well.
Yes, see, humble brag. That's what people do. That's what people in love do. Sometimes it's not so lovely, but actually it is lovely. I'm just, making fun of it. Okay, so 他
He
正好
happened at the same time.
Yes, happened 正好也
Also,
来
to come
找我了
to find me.
Yes. Okay, so 正好 we know it happens to. 正 means straight. It's just saying that the angle is very sharp. The timing is just right. So 正好也来找我了 happens to also try to find me. And then the next sentence here is 真的假的？为什么突然秀恩爱？双向奔赴的爱情太美好了。
Really? Why this sudden display of affection? But I love where both persons put an effort to be together is very beautiful.
Oh, yes. Okay, so 真的假的？
Really?
This is, I think, in Chinese you can also just say 真的吗? Is it?
Oh, yeah, I was
For
about
real?
to ask you that. 真的吗?
You can say that. And sometimes if your tone is clear enough, you can also say 真的. That also means really. So just make sure people understand your tone quite well. And 真的假的, real or not real. That is a common way of forming a sentence in the Chinese language. You can, for example, say 你吃没吃饭?
Did you eat?
Yes, that's the same logic. So you put both the positive and the negative word there to show that this is actually a question.
Okay. Yes, this is interesting. I would have used just 真的吗?
So 真的假的 actually works as well. 为什么?
Why?
突然
All of the sudden? Yes.
Yes.
All of the sudden, immediately.
秀恩爱
Display of affection.
Yes. Actually, 秀 at the very beginning is related to the English word show. So showing something, but it's showing for the purpose of showing. It's not showing unintentionally. So 恩爱 we know is love. It's love each other quite so much. So 秀恩爱 is like showing it off a little bit like that. That's why we use display a little bit as well to describe or to translate 秀恩爱, display of affection. And most occasion, if you 秀恩爱, you're definitely 秀恩爱 to others. So you're showing your friends or showing your families the love that you have, that you're enjoying with your significant other. And 秀恩爱 nowadays started to be almost a term or a set phrase. So it's like showing off your love.
Yeah, I think this is with social media happens quite often.
Yeah, totally. And here we know 突然 is all of a sudden, suddenly. You can use 突然 in front of a verb to show something suddenly happened, out of blue happened. For example, you can say 他突然进来了.
Oh, he suddenly entered the room, so he entered or came.
Yes, or 他突然不说话了.
Suddenly, all of a sudden, he stopped talking.
He stopped talking. Or you can say the phone suddenly started to ring.
电话突然响了.
Perfect. That's how you use 突然. 突然秀恩爱. Suddenly you are showing off your love to me. Why? What did I do to deserve this? 双向奔赴.
This is our buzzword of today. So to be, how to describe it? To reaching out to each other, be there for each other.
Yes. Actually, 双 means both or two. 向, 方向, direction. 奔赴 actually carries the meaning of running to and reaching to a certain place. So 奔赴理想, I am running to and trying to reach my goal, my ideal, my dream. So 奔赴, in my opinion, is a relatively formal word. It's not only running to a certain place in a very regular way. It's almost like if you're 奔赴 something, you're running to it with a mission in your heart, with a cause in your heart. It's a serious kind of running to. And your goal is to... Yeah, you're very determined and you're trying to reach that goal. You're really into this idea of doing this. So 奔赴 is relatively serious in that sense. And 双向奔赴 is used to talk about the situation that both parties are running to each other with this goal of uniting, getting together, or sometimes you have the same purpose. For example, if two parties are in love, you want the other party, your significant other, to feel happy. So you do things to make each other happy. Then that is a 双向奔赴 kind of emotion. And 双向奔赴 can also be used for two parties or even two countries, two societies, two cultures, when both cultures or countries or societies want the same thing. For example, world peace or eternal happiness for human being, then you are also 双向奔赴, running towards each other, or maybe running towards the same goal. Then as long as it's the same goal, then the distance between the both parties would definitely be shortened. So that's the idea of 双向奔赴.
Oh, this is so important also with the new year coming, new goals to have together or alone. So it will be useful for the 2024 goals.
Yes, as well. So that is maybe the reason why it is on the buzzwords list for the year 2023. And we like that word quite so much as well. And 双向奔赴的爱情, 爱情, that's a love or a romantic relationship. Yes. 太美好了.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see.
Yes,
very beautiful.
Very beautiful. So I agree. 双向奔赴的爱情 is definitely very beautiful. Okay, so now let's try the conversation. And since you're now in a romantic relationship, I will let you be the person who's in a 双向奔赴的爱情. Go ahead.
我去上海找我男朋友的时候扑了个空。
你们是异地恋爱啊？那他去哪里了？
他正好也来找我了。
真的假的？为什么突然秀恩爱？双向奔赴的爱情太美好了。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Honglin, and Georgia. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts via email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's continue on the list of the buzzwords of the year 2023. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin, joined by Georgia, and we continue talking about the list of the buzzwords of the year 2023. So we've covered 特种兵式旅游, special for style tourism, 显眼包, class clown, or the kind of person who behaves in a humorous or even silly manner to gain attention, 搭子, pal or buddy that you do certain things with, and 质疑, someone, 理解 someone, 成为 someone, basically means to question or challenge someone, to understand why they did what they did, and to become them in the way that you act the same way. It's about personal growth. And today we've already talked about 双向奔赴, running towards each other. That is the kind of love we all wish we have. And when it comes to buzzwords as well as long-distance relationship, 异地恋爱, another very important word in my opinion is 情绪价值.
情绪价值, so emotional value.
Quite obvious, 情绪 is emotion and 价值 is value, so emotion value. So how would you understand emotion value or 情绪价值 from the surface of it?
For me, it comes to mind, for example, the emotional value my family gives me. So the support, the love, the stability of family, but also friends, and how they have a higher emotional value because of this.
That is quite correct.
To me.
Yes, that's a great understanding because some people would also understand it as emotional support. But when it comes to emotional support, my feeling is that it's always about when you want to do something, you do not have the strength or let's say mental power to do it, and emotional support would be someone encourage you to do it. But actually emotion value or 情绪价值 also carries the meaning of the person can make you happy. Even though you're already in a good mood, they can make you even happier, and they can provide you with a sense of enjoyment when you are with the other party. So that would be 情绪价值. And it's very important, especially if you're in a long-distance relationship. 情绪价值is basically all you get.
This is so important in every kind of relationship, but especially a romantic one. And if it's long distance, even more. The emotional value it's extremely important.
Yes, it is. And emotional value or 情绪价值 is another one on the list. And I want to ask you, do you know the word 村超?
Zhēnghǎo, Village Super League.
Yeah, Village Super League, because 超 is 超级 super. So it's short for the Super League, 超级杯 or 超级比赛. And we also here see that the full name of this phrase is the Rongjiang Hemei Village Football Super League, a football event held in Rongjiang County, located in the southwest of China's Guizhou province. The Village Super League is organized by villagers with participants primarily from the local villages, and the competition prizes reflect rural characteristics, and it's something that you should definitely take a look. The reason that it can be one of the buzzwords of 2023 is because Super 村超 or Village Super League is hugely popular this year. It's not the first year that it's been organized, but I guess it has something to do with the fact that after 3 years of anti-COVID pandemic control and quarantine and all these measures, people started to finally return to offline activities, and these kind of Village Super League allowing your very own village pals and friends in the village to participate in such activities, and tens of thousands of people, I think up to 60,000 of visitors would go and watch these games and cheering for the players they love, and even many of them would wear traditional ethnic costumes because many of them are with Miao ethnicity. They would wear their traditional and ethnic costume and start dancing in the traditional way. It's like a carnival.
This sounds so interesting. When I saw it, I didn't know what it meant, and it makes me really curious to see it. It sounds great.
Yeah, and it is a very, I would say, local and community-based form of sports activity here in China. We do have a lot of different sports events, and after, of course, the Winter Olympic being held in Beijing, a lot of people fall in love with winter sports, snow and ice sports as well. But the kind of 村超 or Village Super League, village-based football games on this scale is unprecedented. And after 村超 got really, really popular in the Chinese society, there is a huge spillover effect. A lot of recreational cultural products were created and sold to different places. And also, I think many Cunchao themed products are emerging in the market. And I've also even seen a Cunchao themed cola, which I tried and tastes quite good. So a lot of different products are there, and this is definitely I would say, icon for the area.
Also, it's becoming more and more and more important. I have to see it.
Yeah, you gotta go try to find some videos, take a watch, and then later, maybe if you have the chance, go visit this place and see a Village Super League for yourself. 看一看村超.
Absolutely.
And another word that I personally am very interested in is 人工智能大模型.
So large-scale AI models.
Yes.
This scares me a little bit.
Right? Okay, so this one, 人工.
人工, so persons to...
Ren is person or people, and 工 is kind of like labor. So it's kind of like manual labor, or it's done by human. 智能.
智能, done, possibly to be done.
No, 智能 actually is intelligent.
The intelligence.
Yeah, so actually artificial intelligence in Chinese is 人工智能. 人工智能. See, that's 人工智能 and 大模型.
On a large scale.
Large scale model. So 模型 is model. 大 is large. And 大模型, large scale model. This is also, I have to say, this is definitely the buzzword of not only here in China, but around the world for 2023.
Yes.
This year, we've seen the breakthrough, the groundbreaking development of artificial intelligence in terms of large language model, which is 语言大模型, 语言 language, large language model, 语言大模型, and also 行业大模型, large models for different industries. And this, I think it's definitely a breakthrough year. And a lot of people in China are even using these large language models to learn English. So I think our lovely listeners out there can do the same thing. You can see whether or not you can use this to learn Chinese. You can talk to the language model in Chinese and see what they can say.
This I think when I saw AI, I understood. I mean, this is the year of artificial intelligence, but there are still a lot of misconceptions, especially in Europe, about artificial intelligence. And I think the next years will be, we will see this word very, very often in other years' buzzwords.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting thing to keep an eye on to see how it will develop in the future. And also on the list, we have 新质生产力, new productivity boosters, basically talking about the kind of productivity driven by technological innovation, which is a departure from traditional growth paths, and it is in line with the requirements of high quality development. With these kind of new productivity boosters or new productivity drive, people are able to improve the efficiency, to reduce the cost, not only economic cost, but also the cost on the environment. And by introducing these new technology related talent or new technology itself or new technology driven forces, we get to see the development of the economy of different industries in a better, more stable and healthy kind of way. And another one on the list would be 多巴胺, dopamine. I think it's firstly related to the fashion style with a lot of very bright colors running into each other, contrasting each other, and making you feel like, wow, the world is full of hope and happiness and something related to that. But 多巴胺 definitely is also used in other, let's say, scenarios when you describe the very bright, contrasting, but very, I would say, strong personality or strong characteristically kind of stuff. So these 10 words are the buzzwords of the year 2023, according to a Chinese magazine, 咬文嚼字. So basically chewing words, the kind of magazine that focuses on teaching people how to use certain words properly. And this magazine has been publishing these kind of buzzwords of the year for more than a decade or almost a decade. my memory. And how do you like the 10 words? Do you think they grasp the idea of 2023 in your heart well?
I think they do, because they're also a mix of more serious words, but also some words that can be used on a everyday level without getting too much involved in serious things. And also it reflects how this 2023 went. And I think it's so lovely for also to see how a country is, for as an outsider, to see what were the most used words and phrases. It's very interesting, and it makes you dive actually into these words.
Yes, I agree. And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu with Georgia for the show. For more fun episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column podcast. You can also listen to the show and read the script there. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. Don't forget to leave your questions, comments, and ratings. 感谢收听，我们下次再见。
再见, thank you very much.